and you're looking to make sure your body is in the very height of its physical prowess, and you know that nutrition plays a major role, Nikki Wicks has the recipe for you this morning. A cauliflower, cheddar and ale soup. It's soup, which kind of sounds healthy, but the ingredients don't.
Jack. I love that segue.
Yeah, you know. Look, you've got to, you got to eat big to get big. You know, you got to fuel the machine, Nikki.
I do not think this is the breakfast, lunch, or dinner of champions. I'm not going to make
it's the
that.
breakfast, lunch, or dinner of those who've been sitting on the couch for 9 hours a day watching the Olympics, though.
It makes a real. This is exactly. This is the food for the couch potato.
Yeah,
okay? Yeah. Cauliflower, cheddar, and ale soup. Honestly, it's fantastic, and I like you have been loving the Olympics. I also think it's absolutely ridiculous that it's gone ahead, but I am absolutely committed. And yes, one needs to eat while one is watching television and people jumping and flying and rowing their way to victory. And this soup is beautiful. It's absolutely lovely. I've got a wee confession. It was made for me recently in Napier when I went down to stay with a friend. And when she told me that's what we were having for dinner, I was a bit like, oh, I don't know, really? Cauliflower soup?
Really?
I could sort of smell the smell.
You're a sophisticated woman, really? Okay.
I'm a sophisticated woman.
Yeah.
So when she mentioned that it had cheddar and ale in it, I started to sort of smile a bit more. But just privately, I was sort of also thinking, oh, that smell of sort of overcooked cauliflower. I don't know if that's going to be nice. Anyway, I sat at her kitchen bench as she whipped this up, and it was unbelievably fantastic. So here you go. We can all partake, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice big pot. Get some olive oil going on in there. You're going to moolie this up or blend it, so you don't have to chop things too finely or whatever. But if you finely chop a vegetable in a soup, it's just going to take less time for the whole thing to be cooked. So that's a good thing. So one onion, finely chop that. A leek, same thing. You want to finely chop that so you've got that sweetness of the leek in there. Throw 4 to 6 whole cloves of garlic in there. Now, my dear friend roasted these off because she's far more culinary than I am. So she roasted them off in the oven, and I was like, oh no, I want to cheat that. Just chuck that in the pot with the rest of it. And saute all that until it's nice and soft. Try not to get too much colour on it, as you're going to end up with a sort of brown soup if you do that. And it's beautiful if it's pure white. I love the look of this soup. Throw in some stock and some ale. So I used about 3 cups of chicken or vegetable stock when I remade this. 150 mils of pale ale. So that gives us this beautiful yeasty, beery kind of flavour, which is great. I had a pretty big cauliflower, and cauliflower are really in season at the moment and not too expensive if you're lucky. So half a cauliflower, a big one. Chop it all up, break it into florets, whatever you want to do. Throw in some thyme leaves. Pick off about 3 tablespoons of beautiful little fresh thyme leaves, or use some dried if you like. You'd probably use about maybe half a teaspoon of dried ones if you went down that track. Cover the pot. Simmer it until all of that's tender, about 20 minutes until it, when it's come up to heat, about 20 minutes from there, I'd say.
Yeah.
Blend it with a stick blender or throw in a food processor. Add some cream. This is when we get Olympic about it. 150 mils of cream and 150 grams of cheddar cheese, which is grated, which is a good few handfuls. Good teaspoon of whole grain mustard, and you've just got, and blend all of that up, and you've just got this most beautiful, smooth, cheesy. It is really like cauliflower cheese at its best, but it's in a soup form, so you don't even have to use any calories chewing, Jack. I mean,
well, that's
how good is that?
That's it. You're going to be saving those.
It's too thick, no, you're going to be saving those, exactly. If it's too thick at this stage, then make sure you thin it with a bit more stock, because I never like a soup that is sort of like that baby food kind of texture. You really want it to be soupy. I drizzle a bit more olive oil over it once I've put it in some beautiful warmed bowls. Sprinkle it with a little bit of smoked paprika, because that's fantastic. And a little of lemon zest too is a real key there. Decent grind black pepper. You've got yourself a fantastic dinner, lunch, or I don't think breakfast, I'd have to say, but there you go.
Yeah.
It'll get you through a few Olympics.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds delicious.
Through the events.
Oh,
yeah.
it just sounds really
really
nourishing, you know?
It is.
Yeah.
It is
like
nourishing, and we all need that. And I thank you so much for your introduction, because, mental health is a really big deal, and the more we can talk about it, and the people that are standing up, and I mean, gosh, people who are saying that, they took the easy road. Can you imagine how stressed people have to be before they actually pull out? I mean, come on. It's ridiculous.
It's just
It's not like you wake up and go,
ridiculous.
oh dear,
Yeah.
feel a bit off this morning.
Yeah.
Think I'll pull out of the Olympics.
Oh dear. No.
Yeah,
I'm glad
so it's
you
beautiful.
agree. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much.
Live rugby commentary.
What a try!
All Blacks.
Oh, my!
NPC.
Well done.
And more. Gold AM. Listen live on iHeartRadio. Just search Gold AM.